Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mahmoud Akbar Afridi, and today in this video we are going to talk about the topic of opticals to understanding. Check that you understand the expressions and sentence patterns in this unit. A passage consists of many different sentences. If you fail to understand a key expression, you may fail to understand an important part of the passage, and usually that's the problem. Sometimes the student unfortunately doesn't recognize particular problem, particular word, and then they are uh, like having problem in having the correct answer. Okay, first of all, active and passive verbs. When a verb is active, the action often moves from left to right. It doesn't move from like this in this direction of left to right. But let me give you an example. A spectator attacked a player at a football match. Now you might not get this, but if I would tell you about the passive verb, so then you could get it. However, when a verb is passive, the action moves from right to left. A spectator was attacked by a player at a football match. So now, like, they both are the reverse of each other. Over in the first sentence, a spectator attacked a player at a football match. A spectator was attacked by a player at the football match. Okay, a test. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you about the relation between so and that. You already know this pattern, okay? He was so angry that he could hardly speak. Simply tells the so and that. She was so delighted that she started to cry. However, a writer can start a sentence with so in this way. So angry was he that he could hardly speak. So delighted was she that she started to cry. Had hardly and when. We can use this pattern with the meaning one thing had only just happened when something else happened. Okay. He had hardly sat down when the telephone rang. For example, when you have done a thing and another thing directly happens after this. We had hardly started to play when it began to pour with rain. Remember that hardly means only just here in this sentence. Anything but is anything but means not. Nothing but means only. Okay, he is anything but intelligent. He is anything but intelligent. It means he is everything but he isn't intelligent. We were anything but pleased. Okay, we were not pleased at all. Okay, it means this. It was nothing but boring. Nothing but in means only. It was only boring. He is nothing but a fool means he is a fool. Dashes or brackets. Some writers use dashes in place of brackets. Both of these sentences are correct. My wife and I dash we live next door dash have just come here to settle some matters. My wife and I in bracket we live next door have have just come here to settle some matters. Over here you could see that uh, this dash represents brackets. You know, when we doesn't know, when we think that the reader might not know the meaning of such word, so we write for his is that word in brackets. So same is, we could also represent that bracket with a dash. What about, okay, this is a short form of what shall we do about. Mary, what about Peter? Annie, we would better invite him too. The expression can also be a suggestion or invitation. John, what about going for a swim? That's a good idea. Tom, sometimes it is helpful to simplify a long sentence. When a sentence is very long, it is sometimes helpful to look for the keywords to find out what the main idea is. When you have done this, you can consider the details. Despite the mud and surge of flood water, Peter managed to struggle slowly towards the slippery bank of the river, and at last, with one major effort which almost completely exhausted him, to drag himself up to safety, three at a time. When something happens, when three actions take place at the same time. Uh, she was tired, disappointed, and rather angry. Okay, so these are how these words are used to be used in the sentence. Thank you.